Hi, everyone. I'm Stephen Carpenter. I'm a visual artist, and I'm on quite an adventure. I like to see the music, hear the colors, and feel the spaces. Curious? Well, I'm building out a project in visual music. There'll be a lot of surprises along the way. I'm hoping most of them are going to be good, but we can share them together. Let's get started. So today it's sound to image. What music looks like, what colors sound like. We're going to be in the weeds, and hopefully, you've got your hiking boots. Somebody told me, in fact, a lot of people have told me that I hear music very differently from just about anybody else they know. So here I am working with a piece of music. I'm going to be making visual transcriptions of it, basically. I've done it before. And my process is to, if it were an LP, I would wear out the LP and have to change needles because I have to be able to hear things many times, and I have to begin to get them into my ears. And once they're into my ears, that means that at odd moments, I'm thinking about or hearing the melody, maybe even singing a melody, thinking about the chord structure, all those things that are in the music, which I'm just smart enough to know about and be dangerous with. And because and I say that because it takes you away from the sound of the music. If you know that that's C minor, knowing it's C minor is a bit of information and has nothing to do with what that sound is and the context it's in. So I have spent now probably a year and a half to 2 years with Pierre Cochereau's Bolero. And I have actually fussed with it on the piano. I have downloaded it to my Finale program and I have rescored it so that I have it, so that I got a sense of where the notes were and how they worked. By physically having to load that in, I can do that. Okay, so now I have the sound pretty much in my head. And now you have to start asking, because that's how I am, I have to start asking, what's the shape? What's the color? How does it go? And the thing with organ music is that you've got a lot of stops and a lot of different tone colors. There's organ stops that are soft and dull, like a flute. There's stops that are, well, they're called trumpets, and they really are. They're lots of overtone and very bright, and they cut through most sound. They've got strings, you've got vibrato, all sorts of combinations. And then because you've got those combinations that you can put on one at a time, you've got an infinite variety of sound color. And most organists change that note by note almost. And so the color of the sound is always changing. There are moments when I'm still fighting with the fact that I've got to have two colors very close together and somehow make them so that they transit between one to the other, like the music transits. And I don't know what that's going to look like. But the idea is that now my listening, after I've done the hard listening of getting the sound into my ears, the next step is now to get the color of the sound and the shape of the sound into that sound. And that's about as best as I can explain it. So that's the stage I'm at right now. And that's why if you ask me how many panels there's going to be, I can't tell you. If you ask me what the color scheme is going to be, I can't tell you. But I can tell you that I've worked out probably 100 different palettes, 3 colors or 4 colors at a time. And that's another fun engagement. But the idea is that I ingest, I think that's a good word for me right now, is that I ingest the sound and then I digest it, and then I have something that I can then work with. And it's a fairly palpable kind of operation, because I feel like I feel like I own the sound from the inside out, which is it's critical for how I work. Well, look at that. We made it to the end of this session. Don't worry, there's more content coming, and please subscribe so that you can be notified the second it comes out. And also, if you have a mind, check out the website. Until next time.